right, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a check of the forecast. Hope everyone got to enjoy the holiday weekend, had some good food with the friends and family. It is a stark difference from late last week to today. That cold front Saturday got here a little early before lunchtime, and I don't think highs got much past about 42, 43 for us here in Amarillo. We started off very cold this morning, a lot of us down into the teens. We can expect more of that to start your Monday. Those wind chills are going to be back down to about 10 when you open the front door to kick start that work week. So make sure you dress in layers for the next couple of days, as that cold weather will still kind of linger around for the next 24 to 36 hours. We're also going to talk about our next weather maker. Looks like Thursday could be that next opportunity for some changes in the pattern, and that's what we'll be discussing here in your update. So we're taking a live look outside right now. It is November 30th, year of our Lord 2025. It is 3 p.m. here in Amarillo. A lot of sunshine up in the northern panhandles. You can see there's kind of a nice deck of clouds out there, though, the further south you get. So this is what it looks like from Bushland. You can see that cloud deck not that far away, but we are dealing with some, struggling sunshine here in the Amarillo area. But the further north you go, there's a little bit more sunshine up there in the northern panhandles. And then you get back into the cloud cover as you get towards Kansas and Colorado. There have been a few snow flurries reported out here on the high plains of Colorado on the eastern side of the state. There's that next storm system coming through Utah. That's the one where we were, maybe a little bit hopeful for some light precipitation with it over the course of Monday. But for right now, it does not look like that's going to be a meaningful event for us. This thing's really a positively tilted trough. It's an open wave as well. It's not a closed low. And so it's going to be really progressive, and looks like it's going to pass too far to the north for us to benefit from any of that winter weather that it's going to produce for places like western Kansas and southeast Colorado. Probably a light amount of moisture up there too. We're not talking about a big snow event, but 1 to 3 inches of snow in some spots, certainly very reasonable to expect up there. So just a really light dusting of snow up there. Here's our temperatures right now. It's 30 degrees out at the airport. It was 33 here in downtown Amarillo when I got to work earlier. And so some of us have squeezed above freezing, but it has been a very cold day today. Probably don't want to spend much time outside. The south wind is in place at 5 to 15 for most. Stronger winds as you get up into southeast Colorado. And then this is the wind chill right now. It's 19, what it feels like here in Amarillo, even though that temperature is about 30 degrees. So very cold. Just make sure you dress in layers before heading outside tonight, and especially into tomorrow morning. So here's those overnight lows that we expect to kickstart the work week. 18 for Amarillo. We should tumble to about 20 in Vega, 22 in Tucumcari, down to about 30 degrees in Paducah. So a little bit more moderating of those temperatures in the southeast. Here's what the forecast wind chill is tomorrow morning around 6, 7 a.m. It's going to feel like it's in the teens and single digits. So again, dressing in layers will be your friend. That's how you're going to stay warm. Make sure to cover up your head. You lose about 20% of your body heat through your scalp if it's left exposed to the elements. So again, keeping that head covered up is going to help you really stay warm, especially if you're going to be out there for a prolonged period of time. We will see a lot of sunshine tomorrow for most of us, so that's going to help us get back up into the 40s, but that cold air still kind of stuck around. A little bit more cloud cover up towards Guyman and Boise City may slow down how fast we warm up there, and they might, it's a very low chance, they might get some snow flurries. I don't think we're going to be talking about measurable snow here in the panhandles. So again, your chance to get to any kind of impactful snowfall of 1 inch or more, again, those are abysmal chances. I'd certainly keep dreaming for that if you are a snow lover. Let's go ahead and run you through the computer model just to show you what we mean. So there's some of that light snow starting to fill in up in Kansas by tomorrow morning. The low pressure center associated with it, very progressive, and again, tracking really far to the north. And so that's going to keep all of that winter weather up there in Kansas rather than here in the panhandles. Tuesday morning, we'll be back down into the teens and 20s. Winds will be out of the southwest, so that's going to help us warm up moving into Tuesday afternoon. It'll actually be a very seasonal day. We're expecting to climb briefly back up into the mid-50s, and then we'll end up having another cold front come through Tuesday night into Wednesday, which will set the stage for our next storm system, which will arrive shortly after the cold front. Now, this is the upper level wind pattern at the 500 millibar level. These are just your height anomalies. So you've got a big trough starting to take shape out here in the Four Corners region. Notice it is also a very positively tilted trough, and it is an open wave. And so this is going to be much like tomorrow probably a very progressive system later this week, should we get any moisture from it. Now, models are suggesting that our dew points are going to be down into the 20s. So if we can, what we call wet bulb, down to the dew points, which is where you again get a lot of that snow and the rain to either evaporate or sublimate, which brings down the temperature. It's a cooling process. We will probably cool off cold enough for it to be snow should we see any kind of precipitation on Thursday. But we still expect the temperature to warm up above freezing. It's just going to be very, very spotty in terms of precipitation placement. So don't get your hopes up. Wouldn't bet the farm on seeing snow or winter weather on Thursday. The ensembles are a little bit higher on our hopes for moisture with that. We still have your three criteria being measured here. The that's it, hey snow, make it stop, which if you put that in a measurable standpoint, it's just measurable snow, which is a tenth of an inch on the left-hand side, 1 inch or more of snow here in the middle group of columns. And then for this far right-hand group, that's where we're talking about 5+ inches of snow, winter storm warning criteria for Amarillo. So again, that's just something that's really not in the deck of cards for us. Again, with the positive wave that's positively tilted, that system's going to move in and out of the area very quickly. So even if we do see precipitation, it will limit how much we see. But you can see there is still some discrepancies in the models. The GFS, or the American model, definitely not as hyped about the snowfall potential. Only about a third of the ensembles are suggesting flurries to a dusting of snow will be possible, but a majority of the European and the Canadian are thinking that, hey, we probably will have some flurries and maybe some light precipitation around in the region. Um, but as you get towards maybe more advisory level criteria, the confidence starts to drop off pretty quick. So it probably won't be much moisture, if any. I mean, maybe a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch of snow on the ground briefly. That kind of melts, within an hour or two. That's probably what you could expect from that kind of an event. Now, if we do get some small, what we call mesoscale banding, where a heavier band of snow sets up for 1 to 2 hours, maybe that's where you get that 1 to 2 inches of snow, but I don't think that's going to be a widespread common commodity across the area should we get any winter weather at all. So here's your 7-day tracker. We do expect to moderate back up to near normal by Tuesday afternoon. Again, those next few mornings will be very cold. I mean, the next 7 are all going to be below freezing. It's just going to be kind of brutally cold on Monday and Tuesday morning down into the teens, but we do get up into the 40s and 50s in the afternoon. Cold front comes through throughout the day on Wednesday. We didn't put a down arrow there. 47 probably happens in the middle of the day, like it typically would, but with the cold front and the timing that it comes through, it may really kind of slow down how fast we can heat up. We may get to like 45 at lunchtime, and then we just don't warm up much more after that with that cold air advection in place, competing against the sunshine. And then moving into Wednesday night, Thursday morning, if we're going to see any winter weather, I think that's when it would happen, is probably in the pre-dawn hours of Thursday, and then up to about lunchtime after that. And then we'll start seeing some clearing skies just in time for the electric light parade. Now, the high temperature for that day is 49 degrees, so it is going to be a cold one if you do plan on going out and about and enjoying some of those floats that we, again, are going to be having coming through Polk Street in downtown Amarillo. So just something to think about. It is going to be a pretty cold holiday way to kick off the holiday season. So you will want to dress in layers for that should you be out there. The theme is West Texas Christmas. So make sure you put your costumes on and come out and enjoy it with us here at ABC. That is all I have for you guys this afternoon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of those leftovers that you probably still